Welcome everybody. We're going to continue with our easy yoga for beginners, and this is part 4, full body stretch. So without further ado, grab a mat, find somewhere comfortable, let's do this. Welcome. Good, very nice. So when we're sitting comfortably, you can sit with the legs crossed or in a half lotus or a full lotus if that's comfortable for you. But what is important is that you are as comfortable as possible. So we can now remove the cushion and we're going to continue with the neck. So we're going to also do this in your own time, much like we did with the breath. So you can face the front of the room if you're in the room. And just place the hands on the knees. And we're not going to sort of move the body in any way, we're just going to roll the neck. So we're going to sort of inhale to the left and to the back, and then exhale to the right and to the center. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We can go in the opposite direction, inhaling to the right, back, exhaling to the left, and then forward. Again, just doing this in your own time. If your neck sounds like you spent too much time at the beach, then maybe this is something you should do every morning. And maybe every time just before you go to sleep. Good. So we then gently open the eyes. We're going to continue with another gentle neck stretch. So I want you to take the right hand over the top of your head so that the long finger just touches the top of your left ear, and then allow the weight of the arm to just bring your head to its maximum position. Make sure that the left shoulder stays nice and relaxed. Again, here you can close the eyes if you wish to. Just take a few breaths. And then we're going to gently press the head towards the left shoulder. But the right arm, of course, is holding it in the position. So just gently, you're not trying to sort of have a competition with your right arm. Just gently so you can feel that. And then we take a deep breath together. Inhale. And exhale, relax the neck just that little bit more. And you'll find that it comes just that little bit further more towards the right shoulder. And once again, we gently press towards the left. Just hold just for a few breaths. And then we inhale again, deep inhale. And a long exhale as we relax just that little bit more. So we're feeling it all the way out to your left shoulder. And then we can gently release the position. We're going to directly change sides. So taking the left hand, placing it over the top of the head so the long finger again just touches the top of the ear, and then lean the head out towards the left. Using your left arm, just the weight. And then we gently try and move the head towards the right shoulder. Make sure the right shoulder stays nice and relaxed so we're not sort of lifting up and arching the spine as well. We're only using the neck at the moment. But just this gentle lift of the head. And then once more, inhale, deep breath. And exhale, just relax a little bit more. one more time, just gently pressing the head towards the right shoulder. Feeling the weight of the left arm. And one more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. And just feel that little extra movement. And the stretch out to the right shoulder now. And then of course we can gently release the position and come back to the center. And if you wish, you can just gently roll the head just right and left again. Whatever's comfortable for you. Good, very nice. Okay, so we're going to come now to easy spinal twist. So the easiest way to do this is just to bring the left knee out to the front of the mat. So sitting as much as possible to the back of your mat. You can sit in the middle of the mat if you like. What's important is that the leg is straight forward from your hip, or 90 degrees to the mat. Then we're going to take the right foot and place it on the outside of the knee so that the front of the knee and the front of the ankle are basically in a straight line. Straighten the left foot, and here we can take whatever variant you wish to do. There are several different ones, so I'm just going to show you quickly. You can either just hold the knee, placing the hand on the floor behind you, or bring the elbow around the knee and holding the wrist. And the last variant, of course, is to bring it on the outside with the elbow. Okay? So just choosing whichever is comfortable for you. If you can't get the foot all the way into the knee, you can have the foot a little bit further forward. So choosing your choice here. And we're going to inhale, bringing the head to the front, looking forward. And then exhale, gently turning the head and looking behind you. And as we do that, gently pushing the right shoulder just that little further back. Inhale, bringing the head forward again, trying to keep the right shoulder in the same position. And then exhale, gently turning the head and again looking behind you. Inhale to the front. And exhale to the back. So smooth, gentle movement. And just, if you like, move just that little bit further in the rotation. And one more time, inhale as we come forward with the head. And exhale as we look behind us and press the right shoulder back. Good. We gently release the position. And of course, directly change sides. So now having the right upper leg parallel to the mat or straight forward from your hip, and placing now the left foot on the outside of the right knee. Choosing again your position, and it might well be different. You might be able to do more a deeper position on one side and not on the other. So again, just try which is sort of comfortable for you. Good. And then we inhale, looking forward again. And exhale as we gently look behind us and pushing now, of course, the left shoulder just a little bit further back. Keep the left shoulder in the same position as we inhale, bringing the head forward. Again, smooth, gentle movement, look forward. And exhale, gently turning, looking behind you. Inhale, we bring the head forward. And exhale as we look behind us, pushing the left shoulder back. One more time, inhale, we come forward. And exhale as we look behind us. Good. So we gently release that position. And we can come to the knees at the back of the mat. So we're not going to sit in this position for too much today. So we're going to bring the hands directly forward under the shoulders. And then we're going to move the knees and the feet out so they're in a straight line with the hands, wrists, knees and feet. Everything in a straight line. So look back, make sure Everything is correct for you and the hands are under the shoulders. Now curl up the toes. And we're going to do a lateral cat cow. So we inhale, lift the head. And exhale, we're going to push the spine out to the left and then look to your right hip. So make sure that you keep the right hip towards the right so we don't drop it out to the side, because then you can't see it. So just keep it out to the right. Inhale as you come to the center. Exhale, pushing the spine out to the right, and now looking to the left hip and making sure that you bring the left hip forward so you can see it. Inhale, we come forward, look forward. Exhale, we go out and we look to the right hip. Inhale, we come to the center. And exhale, spine out to the right, looking round the left shoulder to the left hip. We're going to do this one more time. Inhale, we come to the center. Exhale, spine out to the left, look to the right hip. Inhale to the center. And exhale. Looking now, of course, to the left hip. Inhale, we come to the center. You can straighten the feet and bring the buttocks back to your feet. Now, as you lift the upper body, allow your hands to slide along the mat, up over the knees, and then bring the knees together. So now, if you need to, placing a cushion under either under the ankles or between the legs, and just as many cushions as you need, or even perhaps just sitting on the bolster, as I've said before. So these are very useful to have. Good. So just gently conscious of the body, the gentle movement of the body. In these positions just creates more and more relaxation. So we just want to watch this small progression. Good. So we're going to come forward with the hands under the shoulders. And we're going to reach out with the right hand over the mat, not extending the shoulder too much. So don't try to sort of extend, we just bring it out to its maximum position and just place it on the mat. And then the same on the left side, and you'll find that the hands come approximately parallel to each other. Good. So we're now going to bring the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. So the front of the big toe and the front of the fingers are in a straight line. And as I said last week, if you only get the foot here, you can collect the foot, lift it forward, and then place the hand. Good. So we're going to come into a simple half moon position now. So we're going to rotate the back, holding this position, rotate the upper back, and then look to the right hand. Just take a few breaths. And then inhale, bring the hand back to the mat. We lift the right foot back using your stomach muscles. Yeah, if you hear swish on the mat, you didn't use your stomach muscles. So it's a good check. All right. So we're going to do the same on the left. So we come forward with the left foot, lift, place the foot. And then, of course, we lean on the right, we rotate the upper back, and we look up to the left hand. And here again, we can just take a few extra breaths. Good. Inhale, left hand comes to the mat. We lift, foot back. Yeah, see the difference? Good. And then we exhale all the way back to the feet. And again, allow the hands to just slide along the mat, up over the knees. And we come into here. We're just going to rest here just for a couple of breaths. And then we're going to come forward again. The hands under the shoulders. And the same thing again. We just reach out, place the hand on the mat, the right side first, then left side. And once again, we're going to bring the right foot forward. So we lift the foot all the way to the hand. And now I want you to bring the left hip towards the mat. So you drop into the position. So just feel that. And then allow the right knee to just come out to the side. We come into winged dragon. It's very good for the hips. It also has a really nice stretch from the front side of the left hip here. And we just take a few breaths. Don't forget to smile. Kind of feel how the left hip comes closer and closer to the mat as we breathe. If you wish to, you can take a deep inhale. Feel how the body almost lifts away from the floor, and then exhale, sink back down and try and lift the upper body just that little bit more, using the arms for support. Good. So inhale, lift the right knee to the chest. And we lift the right foot back. Very good. Changing sides. Bring the left foot forward. We sink down now into the right hip. Again, use your arms for support here. Let's find a comfortable position. Make sure that the left foot is also parallel with the mat. And then we can drop the left knee out to the side. Again, coming into winged position. Just a few conscious breaths here. Just feeling that stretch, especially in the front side of the right hip. Again, we use the breath, so we take a deep inhale. Again, we feel as the body lifts away from the floor. Exhale, long exhale, and sink even deeper now into the right hip. Relax the left hip. Don't worry if the body's shaking, it's just releasing tension. And then we inhale, lifting the left knee towards the chest. We lift the left foot back. And again, we gently come back with the buttocks towards the feet. Slide the hands along the mat, up over the knees, and back into hero position. And I want you to be conscious here of how it feels in both hips. Just especially the front side of the hip here. If it helps you, kind of close the eyes. Good, so gently open the eyes. And before we come into the next position, I just wanted to check the hips. We've done this a few times before, but it's always nice to just feel the difference before and afterwards. So if you think about dropping your right hip out towards the right, it doesn't quite want to go there. It sort of does, but it's not really. And you can test it on the left side as well. Just see. Good. We're going to come forward into pigeon, which we're going to do a little bit more advanced today. So we come forward with the hands, again under the shoulders. We're not going to reach forward this time. I'm going to come forward so I don't disappear out of the frame. Good. Okay, so we're going to now lift the right knee to the right wrist, bringing the right knee to the side of the mat, or the long side of the mat. And here we have the lower part of the right leg pointing approximately 45 degrees out to the left. And then we can use the toe of the left foot just to bring yourself into the position. So bringing yourself so that you have as much of the thigh and possibly the hip in contact with the mat as well. Very important here that we check that the right knee is feeling okay, and if it does, and it is, we can lie all the way down onto the bent leg and just completely relax. And have this fantastic stretch on the right side at the hip, into the buttock. And let's take a few relaxed breaths in this position. Try and stay as much as possible in the middle of the mat. We want to avoid sort of falling out to the right or to the left. Just make sure you're in the center. And if you're not sure, just lift the head and look at the end of your mat that's in front of you and just check you're roughly in the center, and then come back down again. So we're going to come into King Pigeon position. We're going to take the easy version of that. So what I want you to do now is to place the left elbow under your left shoulder. So now you have the support from the elbow to the shoulder. And make sure that the lower part of the arm is parallel with the bent leg. There is a reason for that, and I'll show you later. But everything is parallel, okay? Then we lean on the left, rotate the back, and we lift the left foot, bringing the toes into your wrists so the fingers come over the top of the toes, keeping the shoulders open here. You can see if I close the shoulders here or lean forward, then I can't reach the foot in the same way. So I want to be nice and relaxed here. Again, we take a few breaths. And of course we're coming into the stretch for the front side of the left thigh. Anybody feeling that? Good. Alright, so if you're feeling particularly brave, you can inhale and exhale, bending the elbow and bringing the foot into the buttock. Then we release the foot all the way back, and you can come down to the toes. So then we can move ourselves just that little bit deeper into the position, then straighten the foot, and then again we relax down onto the bent leg. So you may find you have just that little bit more thigh in contact with the mat, maybe the front of the hip. Good, Julia. Very nice. And then we're going to release the position. So we come back out of the position. Doesn't matter particularly how you do this, as long as you bring the knees together. Sit gently down onto the feet. Again, hands come up with the knees. And now I want you to feel how you could quite easily just drop out to the right. It's no problem at all. It's like, okay, good. And now try the left. Still not really there. So of course we do the left side. We come forward with the hands once again. Alright, so under the shoulders. Now we're going to bring the left knee forward to the side of the mat, just behind the left wrist. Lower part of the left leg pointing 45 degrees out to the right. Toes up on the right, and just walk yourself back until you get into your position. So again, much of the thigh, hip in contact with the mat as possible. Make sure you stay in the center of the mat. And if you're feeling okay, in the left knee now, you can come all the way down onto the bent leg. You can come to the elbows first if that feels safer, or coming all the way to the mat. Again, check you're in the center of the mat by looking at the short end of the mat. So we're not to the right or the left. Just a few conscious breaths. And then we're going to come into the stretch with the front side of the right thigh. So we come up onto the right elbow, under the right shoulder. Make sure you can support yourself with that. Make sure again that the lower arm is now parallel with the bent leg. And then we can open the shoulders. So now lifting the left foot, right foot, sorry. And just open the shoulders as much as you can. Think about lifting your left shoulder towards the top of the room. Good. And trying to bring the toes into your wrists, so sort of walk the fingers down the back of your foot or the top of your foot. That's good. Try and lift the head, look back. And then once again, if you're feeling particularly brave, you can take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale, bend the elbow and pull the foot all the way into the buttocks. We just feel that little extra stretch. And then release the foot all the way back to the mat. Again, you can bring the toes into the mat and come back to the elbows. Maybe move yourself just that little bit deeper into the position. And then again, down onto the bent leg. And relax. So make sure you're not using the elbows for support here. So you can lift them away from the mat if you wish to. And maybe just checking again that you're in the center of the mat. And then head back to the mat. This magnificent stretch here on the left side. And then we gently release the position, of course, again, and come back to the knees. And back into hero. So each time we come into the hero position, if you need to, in the beginning, you're going to be using your cushions in whatever way helps you. All right. So while we're in this position, again, we're going to use the thighs. And we're basically going to do the opposite of what we've just done in the previous position with the Kung's diva. That's what it's called in Swedish, and the King's pigeon. Okay. So once you're sitting down onto the feet or onto the cushion, then I want you to engage your thigh muscles. So basically, you're sort of lifting the top of the head towards the top of the room by using your thigh muscles. So you lift up. But it's important that you still have contact with the heels and your buttocks. So we're not sort of doing this. Basically, we just touch and feel this lengthening in the spine to the top of the head from the tailbone. We inhale, exhale down, and one more time. Inhale, we come up, using the thigh muscles just to lift you, just having contact. Just take a few breaths. And then we inhale, deep breath, and exhale, sink down again, and you'll find that you come just a little bit deeper into the position. Good, so you can gently open the eyes. So if we're looking at the previous position, which is a pigeon position, remember I said that the lower leg should start at approximately 45 degrees. Sometimes it's a little bit more, about 45 degrees. But you notice after we've done the position, we move just a little bit further back. And what happens every time we do that is that the leg comes more and more parallel to the mat. So you end up basically straight across the mat and straight down onto the thigh again and down onto the mat. So this is why we're keeping this as much as possible straight or parallel to the mat eventually. Let's start in this position. Make sense? Good. Never take anything I say too seriously. Right? It's important. Good. So we come to the next position, which is a little bit more physical. So we're going to come forward to plank position once again. We did this last week, but we're going to go from the plank into suspended cobra. Right? It's a position that's underestimated a lot, but it's extremely good for stretching out the whole of the front body and relaxing the spine at the same time. So once again, we come forward with the hands under the shoulders. So just making sure everything's where it should be. Knees are together, feet are together. Point the toes out behind you, so almost sort of bringing your heels together. There are a lot of different ways of doing Cobra. One of them, of course, is to have the feet at the corners of the mat. But in this particular case, we're going to have the feet together. So now again, we reach out over the mat and place the hand onto the mat. This will always be unique to you, because everybody has different length arms. Curl up your toes. So make sure they're in your mat properly, and then we simply straighten the knees, and you'll find you come directly into the position. Good, Julia. And we just take a few breaths in the position. Good, look forward, strong of course in the core. Drop the buttocks down towards the mat. Strong in the core, strong, strong, strong. Don't hang like a banana like this. Okay, so we want to keep the body strong and straight. And now, keeping the toes in the mat, we just come into the banana. So we allow the body to come down, but keep your shoulders extended so you come all the way up and just suspend the cobra. Again, doesn't matter here if you're shaking just a little bit, and if it's too much, place the knees on the mat. That will make it a little bit lighter for you. Good. All right, so we are now going to place the knees on the mat, straighten the feet, and we bend the elbows, coming gently down to the mat using the arms. And we're going to roll over to the back. And come into double leg lock. Good, so again, this is just a little bit of a continuation from last week. So now we're going to use the double leg lock, and again we want to make sure that the feet stay as close to the mat as possible, all the way in and all the way out. So we place the arms along the side of the body. If you have discomfort in the lower back, it'd be nice to have the hands just that little bit under your buttocks, not under the lower back but under the buttocks. And then we engage the stomach muscles. And we inhale, bring both feet into the buttocks, just above the mat. We then pull the knees into your chest with your stomach muscles only. Then lift the arms and exhale as you pull the body up, pointing the toes out and bringing the head close to the knees. Inhale, head back. Keep the knees in your chest with your stomach muscles. Return the arms to the mat. Then exhale the feet close to the mat. Press the legs out until they're completely straight. And then place the feet down. Relax. Good, one more time. Inhale, engage the stomach muscles. Feet come in just above the mat. Knees come into the chest using the stomach muscles again. Lift the arms and exhale as you pull the body up and then head towards the knees. Inhale, head back, arms to the mat, keeping the knees in the chest. And exhale, feet close to the floor, pressing the legs out, placing the feet down. One more time. Inhale. Feet come into the buttocks, knees into the chest. Lift the arms. Exhale, roll the body up, then head towards the knees. Inhale, head back, arms to the mat, keep the knees in the chest. Exhale, feet close to the mat. Press the legs out, Place the feet down and relax. Here we can move the feet out to the corners of the mat if you like. You can rock the hips right to left. If you feel any tension still in the lower back, and move your arms just that little bit further away from the body. So you can bring both shoulder blades to the mat. It's almost like coming into Savasana, but we're not quite there yet. Good, very nice. So, however you wish to do it, you can come up to a sitting position in the room and at home or wherever you are, maybe on the beach somewhere. And you can sit comfortably. Julia is not allowed to answer this question. Does anybody in the room know why we should practice so diligently the double leg lock? Anybody have any idea? Okay. What's important to understand is, much like I said last week, everything we do, there's a specific reason for it. Okay, every muscle, every joint, everything we do. Okay, so even these small explanations, keep your feet close to the floor and making the legs straight and all this, it's all part of something else. So I'm going to show you now why we practice this position. Once the body's learned what to do, then what I'm going to show you becomes a lot easier. You don't have to be so much up in your head. And this is nothing we're going to do today, so please don't try it home. It's one of these things you don't try at home until I've taught you how to do it. All right. So I'm just going to do exactly what we just did in the double leg lock, except for the fact that I'm going to be standing on my head. So I'm going to pull the knees into my chest, using my stomach muscles. Bring the feet close to the floor. Push the legs out until they're straight. Feet to the buttocks. Knees into the chest. And down. Make sense now? Alright, so you can understand that if the body has understood and has practiced so it can use those muscles if you're lying on the floor, which is a safe place to be, right? Then it's a lot easier if you're going to stand on your head, because then you can only have to worry about, falling over and that sort of thing. But you don't have to worry about how to do it, because you already can. That's the whole point of this. Good. Okay, so I'm going to turn around, and again we're going to lie on the back. Coming to the last two positions for today. The first one being half bridge. And remember, when we come down, yes Marlene, when we come down to the mat, use your stomach muscles so that you come all the way down to the mat in a controlled way. So even between positions, we know exactly what the body's doing, when and how. So we're going to bring both feet into the buttocks. Now you want to bring your knees into your chest. Use your stomach muscles once again. Now we're going to bring the fingers in front of the ankles. Point the toes, and then bring the toes to the outside of your buttocks, still holding the ankles with your fingers. Then place the heels onto the mat and bring the thumbs behind your ankles. Then we're going to come into half bridge. So all we're going to do is push the hips forward, up towards the top of the room, and then we walk the shoulder blades together, so the shoulders. And once we're in that position, we can then press from the heels to your shoulders, and coming into the maximum position. And we're just going to take a few breaths again in this position. Again, full body stretch. You can feel it almost everywhere in this position. Of course, especially in the thigh muscles, which we've worked with today. And just for the last few breaths, we're going to push up just a bit more. So push from the heels to your shoulders. And then we inhale, take a deep breath and hold the breath as you bring the lower back to the mat. Then relax the shoulders and exhale the feet to the corners of the mat. And we come into Savasana. So making sure that you're completely comfortable. Maybe placing a long cushion behind the back of the knees so that the back can relax completely. Maybe a blanket over the body. Maybe a cushion under your head. And now conscious once again of how the earth beneath you is supporting your body from the back of your heels to the back of your head. Whole body. Allow the feet to fall out to the sides. Conscious of the gentle rise and fall of the body as the body breathes. And we're going to finish today's session with a guided meditation. And the meditation is called the Fat Cat Meditation. So making sure that you're in a cozy, comfortable position, like a cat curled in a sunbeam of light. Let your body sink into relaxation. Feeling again the support of the earth beneath you, simply because you are lying there. Be completely aware of the points of contact between you and the earth beneath you. And now aware of the space between your body and the surface that you are currently on. It's as if the sky above you is holding these parts away from the surface. The balance between these two realities is perfect. Not too much and not too little. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, releasing all tension, whether you feel it or not. Maybe even sighing a little to yourself. Like a fat cat stretching and bedding down for a long deserved after-meal nap. Picture yourself fully as a big, happily lazy, contented and well-fed cat. Your belly is full, your fur is warm, and life is good. You have nowhere to be, nothing to do. Just endless time to relax, stretch, sleep, and purr. With each breath, feel your body becoming heavier, melting into complete ease and peacefulness. Almost melting into the space that surrounds you, without limitations of mind, body, or form. Imagine yourself stretched out on a soft cushion, basking in the gentle, golden light of a warm, sunny day. Your paws flex lazily, your whiskers twitch with contentment. Your tail is slightly moving, just enough that anyone who is close to you knows not to disturb you. You sigh again deeply. Sinking deeper into relaxation. Because what else is there to do? A gentle but understanding smile appears on your lips. Like a contented cat, you embrace the joy of doing absolutely nothing. Knowing that you will be fed whenever you want, making sure that you have everything you need without any effort on your behalf. As you settle deeper into comfort, notice a quiet energy inside you, a warmth, a vibration, a steady purr that has always been there waiting to be felt. With each inhale, the purr grows stronger, filling you with warmth, safety, and pure relaxation. And with each exhale, the purr spreads through your body, releasing stress and any other emotions that you do not need or serve no purpose. Let your breath be slow, deep, and effortless, like a cat curled up in perfect bliss. Even in deep relaxation, a cat remains aware, completely at ease, yet tuned into everything, everyone, and the balance of life. Feel the air around you, the warmth of your space, the gentle rhythm of your breath, and again, once again, the gentle rise and fall of the body with each passing breath. You are relaxed. You are present, peaceful, and confident. Nothing disturbs a fat cat. Why should anything disturb you while you are resting in perfect peace? The power of deep relaxation, the joy of simply being, and the unshakable calm of knowing all is well and as it should be. Move through your days with effortless confidence. Like a fat cat who knows the sun will always shine and your food bowl will always be full. You are mindful of who you are constantly and consciously treating yourself with respect and the kindness that you deserve. Remember, the balance that we all seek is between the space of the physical plane and the infinite space of the conscious plane. You are the connection and the balance between these two states of awareness. You are not separate from these worlds. You are part of both worlds. Trust your soul. It already sees everything. Walk forward with clarity, confidence, and purpose. Namaste. You bring the hands together in front of the third eye, and then we bring the hands down in front of the heart. We're going to take a deep breath together. As you exhale forward, just thanking yourself for spending the time with yourself. We inhale, coming back up, and exhaling the hands to the knees. Have a beautiful rest of your day, a beautiful evening, sleep well. Imagine you're a cat, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice job. hope you had a perfect class. And next week, we're going to be focusing on spinal mobility. So in the meantime, have a great day.